Hi everyone, and welcome back to Amy's Art House. Today I have 3 grass-type Pokemon for you guys. I'm super excited to show you what I've made. I've been working on making my own paper Pokedex for a year now, so I am at about 109 Pokemon. I still have a lot more to go, but I don't know, I've been really in the mood to craft this week, so I have a few more crafts to show you guys. So Weepinbell, the first one, is not great, but I promise you if you stick around till the end to see Bulbasaur, he turned out super cute and I'm like super proud of him. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. As always, I hope that you guys are finding some fun shows to watch, cool games to play, and fun crafts to make. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys have been up to. I always like hearing about what everybody is getting into and like what games are fun to play and everything, so yeah, let me know. As for me, I didn't realize that Beastar was coming back out, so I am watching that right now. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. It's okay. I don't know. If you read the manga ending was like kind of disappointing. I hope that's not a spoiler, but it was a little disappointing. So I'm like having trouble like getting more into the show again, knowing that the manga authors seem to just kind of like burn out, but I don't know. I'm hoping maybe if they keep going with the anime, they'll like modify the ending. That would be really cool. As for other like anime and manga stuff I have been getting into, I think I mentioned a while back that I really liked Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, so I got this really cute sweater off Etsy and it makes me very happy, and it's very soft and it's just so cool. I am slowly wrapping up this Weepinbell. It looks so goofy. I think a lot of that has to do with how I did the eyes, but this craft was done in only 20 minutes, so it is not like my finest work. Sometimes I just like want to complete the Pokédex and I just keep going and I just make things. If it's a Pokemon I care about, I put a lot more effort in, but yeah, you know how it goes. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it, but grass-type Pokemon are my absolute favorite. Bulbasaur was the first Pokemon I ever picked as a kid, so I was very happy to like throw together this grass-type video, and I think I might do some more videos like this where when I do 3, it's all together in a type group. But speaking of grass-type Pokemon being my favorite, now that I record myself on camera, I could show you guys some other cool stuff, and I kind of want to introduce you to my houseplant collection, so like give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. This is my Starfish Sansevieria. This is where my houseplant obsession started with, was Sansevieria plants. They're also called snake plants, mother-in-law's tongue, I don't know. I found out that they're like sometimes on the International Space Station because they produce a lot of oxygen and they get rid of a lot of toxins in the air, and so I kind of fell in love with these, and I have 17 houseplants now. I don't know what happened this summer, but I don't know. I have a lot of houseplants. I feel like my attention deficits are really gonna shine now that I record myself. But Exeggcute is like really cute. I like the shading I did for it. I'm starting to use more like Copic and alcohol-based markers to shade rather than like cutting more paper, because honestly cutting lots and lots of paper sometimes hurts your hands after a while. And this is my Heart Hoya! I got him for $2.50, which is quite a steal. So Weepinbell took 20 minutes, Exeggcute took about 45 minutes, and Bulbasaur took about an hour to make, if you're like wondering how long I spend on each papercraft. This is my pickle plant. I thought it was a Sansevieria because the greenhouse labeled it wrong, but it's actually a cacti, and I'm not sure if it's gonna live where I have it because in the winter that room doesn't get a lot of sun, so we will see. Maybe I'll do an update later. If you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. This is my snake plant. This is my big snake plant, and it's in this really nice vintage pot. I think it's from like the 70s or 80s, judging by the color and everything. It's very nice. I'm glad this one is living still. It has some damage from the store, but otherwise he's doing okay. I usually only share my plants on Instagram, so hopefully they won't spill over here again. But if you like houseplants, occasionally on my Instagram stories, I show my collection. This is my fig. He is pretty new. I have wanted one for a while now. I think they're also called ficuses. His bottom leaves started to die when I planted him, but I think he's rooted and doing okay now. He's been here about 2 weeks. At this point, I am about halfway done with Exeggcute. I gotta put all the faces, and of course there's the one in the back with the open yolk, the poor baby. This is my succulent thing. I don't know. I mean, this one's not a succulent. That's a hens and chick. Or maybe it is a succulent. I don't know. So one of my parents is actually, like, a really good gardener. It doesn't mean that I know much of anything about gardening or plants. And I didn't really, like, pick up their hobby of, like, going outside and, like, taking care of plants. But houseplants, for sure, I'm, like, super into. And I don't know if that's because of, like, my allergies. And I was just like, oh, I'm allergic to this weed and that weed, so I'm just gonna stay inside instead. But yeah, I was really into houseplants, like, 3 years ago, and then I had to move, and a lot of them, like, died in transport, and so now I am slowly recollecting houseplants, and I'm just really happy about it. Thank you guys for letting me share. I think this will be the last houseplant that I carry because these pots are quite heavy, and I am starting to get a little tired. But this is my ZZ plant. I bought it because it had a tag on it that said virtually indestructible, and I bought it at a farmer's market, and then me and my friend went for a walk after. Like, we walked to the farmer's market, then we're like, oh, we got some time, let's keep walking. So this plant maybe walked like 3 miles. He got his exercise in. Maybe it helped. It seems very healthy, so yeah, those are a few of my houseplants. I am very proud of them. One houseplant I've never been able to keep alive is aloe. I think I just water it way too much, and like my friends will be like, oh, but aloe plant is like the easiest one to take care of, and it's just like, no, aloe plants do not like me at all. Let me know if any of you guys have any houseplants. I'd love to hear about them. Or any like pets, like actual pets. I really love cats and dogs and stuff. I just can't have one right now, so I am filling that void with plants. So I am getting to the tail end of this craft, and I have to say I was trying to pick like Easter colors. I don't know if I was trying to be like ironic or something, but it looks very spring and Easter-like. And I did use washi tape as well. I know sometimes I haven't been doing that anymore, but for this one, I did use washi tape at the bottom and the top of the page. I really like how this Pokemon turned out. It looks very much like the reference image, the original art for it, so I'm really happy about that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm also really focused on Gen 1 Kanto Pokemon right now. I think it's just the nostalgia, but I do plan on doing more Pokemon from other generations. It's just that right now I'm very fixated on Kanto. I'm trying to think what else is new that I can talk about. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I've been on the microphone. Another reason why I'm like really active making art again is because I recharged my art batteries, as I call it. I went to a Van Gogh exhibit. There's a video for that. I guess I will link that down below. It was beautiful and like super emotional to see like all of the Van Gogh quotes on the walls and like watch his like signature animated on all of his pieces. And I just, I didn't take a ton of footage there because it was just like so overwhelming in a good way, if that makes sense. If you live in a city where there is an immersive Van Gogh event going on, and you think you're interested, I would definitely say check it out. It's really neat. It's kind of weird watching people like take like Instagram worthy photos at it and stuff. Like, it's totally fine. That's what these events are kind of for, but I don't know. I've been really obsessed with Van Gogh since I was like a little kid. When I was like 7, I was at a museum and I saw Van Gogh, and I guess I just started screaming about it, like just at the top of my lungs, which is funny because I was a super, super quiet child. Like, I would not speak to anybody like at all. And I remember that like one of my family members was apologizing to the docent working at the museum, and they're like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry, like, she's not usually like this. And the docent was just laughing because like, what 7-year-old child is like, look, Mom, it is a Van Gogh. And that excited about it. So yeah, I loved the immersive Van Gogh thing. There's another event coming through town by a different visual artist, still Van Gogh, so I am going to hopefully check that one out too. But yeah, I did that, and then I also went to a really big art fair. It was raining all day, which was kind of a bummer. So I was in the rain for like 5 hours straight, and it was really cool to see everyone's work because there was a lot of like fine artists. They had paintings worth like thousands of dollars there, but I felt so bad for like the paper artists because like they were just trying to keep the rain out of their tents, and it just seemed so incredibly stressful. There was one booth that had like a studio nearby, and they had all their art out, and they left a note and they were like, "It's raining too much, literally just Venmo me." And they just left all their art unattended. That was not one of the fine artists, that was like a smaller studio, so a little more relatable, but it was really neat. I really liked seeing everything. And I followed some of the fine artists on Instagram after, and some of them followed me back, and I was like, I know this is like a social media tactic, but like, are you sure? Like, I make like anime art on YouTube. Are you sure that like you're gonna gain anything from following me back? Like, you have a $3,000 painting for sale. So yeah, recharging my art batteries. It's been very nice to take some time and see some other art. So I'm outlining Bulbasaur now, and I'm really glad I used a gray pen and not a black, because sometimes when I use the black pens for outlines, like the imperfections show up so much more because it's so pigmented. So I think gray was the right choice. I'm having so much fun hanging out here again. Oh my gosh, I really like making my YouTube videos. But I really miss the days when I did almost like daily uploading last fall. But now I've added so many layers to the editing process. It's like, oh honey, you can't upload daily. If I could, I totally would. And I am thinking about doing like a week or month-long challenge later where I do upload every day, where I just kind of like stockpile videos up. But yeah, it's hard balancing like other aspects of your life along with like creating. You have to really love doing it to get it done. I thought I'd have more sage wisdom. I do not. This poor off-brand gray alcohol marker I have been using for like pretty much everything lately. I've used it for some of my fruits basket portraits. I'm using it for Pokemon, and I think I need to go out and buy a few more. A lot of my alcohol markers are super old. I bought them years ago and I just didn't really know how to use them, so I probably could replace more than just this gray one, but at the minimum I need to go buy some more gray markers. And I'd like to get some more that are like skin toned, because I do want to do more anime portraits, and the skin tones are so difficult. I don't know if you guys saw when I did Yuki Soma for Fruits Basket. The paper I used was a skin tone paper, but I didn't have the right shading marker for him, so I just used gray, and he's already a really pale character, so I just made him look completely like paper white, and I felt kind of bad about it. But it's a learning process, and I'm hoping that I get the right materials, I know how to use them, and that the future paper portraits that I make turn out really well. Now that I've made both Charmander and Bulbasaur, I probably should get around to making Squirtle. Maybe next month I will get that one done. He's kind of on my radar. I do have the papers picked for him and like 30 other Kanto Pokemon, so yeah. I also really want to make Vaporeon soon in terms of like water type Pokemon, but you never know with me. I might change my mind and pick up something different, or if I have a rough day, I pick something really simple to make, but they will get done. I will finish this Pokédex. And again, you can see I am trying to shy away from paper sometimes, so I've used markers. Now I'm using some white paint to do his little nails and his eyes. Super, super cute. Much easier than cutting strips of paper, so I hope that I continue to like develop this new style in the future. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I super appreciate it. I hope you liked the crafts. I hope that you liked the discussion, and I will be back again soon with some more videos. I don't know what's coming next. I have a lot of ideas, but thank you guys so much for liking. Feel free to drop a like or a comment down below, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!